In this video, we are going to see how we can implement Apple Pay button using a Stripe in React.js. First of all, we will follow the Stripe documentation for this purpose so that we can render our Apple Pay button accurately. First, you need to go to the Stripe documentation and you can find uh, this payment request button and it will look like this. Also, you can integrate Google Pay, Apple Pay, and Pay Faster. We are going to implement Apple Pay. First of all, we will install this package in React.js, and then here is some code like this. We will add this code in app index.js, and also we will create our component checkout form, and in this component we will render our button, and then we will create a payment request for this button, then it will be redirect. Simple. Let me show you how we can do. Quickly come into the your project and go for the your desired component, I am using this component Apple Pay, and you can pass element stripe promise and element. In this stripe promise we are sending the stripe public key. You can see here is a test key. You can provide your stripe public key which you can find from the stripe dashboard, and also when we create this component you can see we just copy this code which is providing by stripe and just render this button. And for render this button we need to deploy our project or host our project on Ngrok, because the stripe not allow the HTTP connection, so we need to convert HTTP connection into a HTTPS. For this purpose we will use Ngrok. If you have no idea how we can uh, host the local project on Ngrok, then you can watch my another video I have created, and also I will provide the link of this video. Simple. First of all, you need to install Ngrok in your system, then Ngrok HTTP, and you can provide your port, in which port your project is running. In my case, it is running on 5173, and when I click on it, then it will host it on this Ngrok. And now our connection you can see is HTTPS, and Stripe will support this connection. And let me just quickly show you. When I paste this, then it will start my project, and you can see now my project is loading on this URL, and we need to add this URL as a domain on Stripe for Apple payment button. How we can add? So we will need to click on add button, and when we click on add button we will provide our domain, just like this I will provide, and we will remove this and save and continue. So it required password for login, we will provide a password so that it login, and we can easily provide our custom domain to the Stripe. So it is processing. Okay, we login the account again, so that we need to add mm, the new domain again. First of all I just delete this one, and also if you can see, here is a new domain ID which we created now, and for this purpose we need to get one file which provided by the Stripe. So we need to get this file. We will simply hit the URL and get the file. Let me just quickly show you, like I just want to disable this domain because I want to use only one domain for this purpose. Okay, this domain has been disabled, and if I disable this domain, then this domain is also disappear. And now we can see it is saying add your new domain, and when we click on add new domain we can add the domain here, right? And simple, we can just provide the domain, and we will say save and continue. It will add the domain. So our domain is added on Stripe. Now we can easily access the payment button of Stripe without any issue. And first of all, we will go in our project and the payment screen where we want. Okay, I quickly just route on the payment screen, like in my case select payment, and then go on the select payment URL. Okay, we render on the screen. Here we can see there is a multiple method. Currently we are seeing insert your form or button component here, which is uh, provided from the Apple Pay component. Like you can see, here is a condition: if payment request, then it will render this button, otherwise it will render this message like insert your form or button component here. So we can see that now the payment intent is rendered. If we click on inspect and see the console, then we can see the payment request. Like if I console this, here is a state and I am trying to console this state payment request, and when we see this payment request, this will console this data. Like currently it's not showing any data in the payment request. When we refresh this page, then it will bring the data. Like we can see in the payment request component, it takes some load because there is multiple payment method here. So every payment method try to load, and you can see here is a Stripe, and the payment request is coming null because there is some issue in our code, or also it is trying to connect with the Apple Pay, because currently we are saying insert your form or button. Now it is loading, and when we see again, then payment request component will be rendered. Like you can see, it is coming the payment request data in the console, and now we can see how we integrate the payment Apple payment button in Stripe. And also we need to integrate with the backend, so we need to select any language where we want to implement the backend, like Python, Node.js, or any other. So we can create the payment intent, and we get the payment intent in our backend, and we can save this payment intent in our database. Thank you.